Back in June, Kevin VanDam teamed up with the Detroit Lions to hold a bass tournament for charity. The event was held on Kent Lake in Kensington Metropark in Oakland County, Michigan. VanDam's the top dog in the professional bass tournament world and is excited to be a co-host of this event.
It's going to be a big deal. You know, we got a lot of the players coming to it. As far as the Lions, we've got a lot of great sponsors coming out here, and it's all going to be for charity, to where we're going to raise a lot of money for the Lions charities and my charities, all children's charities here in the state of Michigan. So, you know, it's going to be a fun event. We've got the bass. If you look there in the background, you can see the bass trailer, and we've got all the bass staff, you know, handling the weigh-in and things like that. So we've got a top-notch professional event here. You know, with a lot of great involvement. Again, we got great companies like Carhartt and Bass Pro Shop supporting this event. And again, in the end, we're going to raise a lot of money for a lot of kids' charities here in Michigan.
VanDam and the Detroit Lions organization are both very active when it comes to raising money for charity, but this is the first time the two have teamed up. Lions head coach Jim Schwartz explains how the whole ball got rolling.
Well, I grew up fishing. You know, spent a lot of time on lakes and on the bay and in the ocean. You know, so I've always been a fan of that world. Always been a fan of outdoor shows on TV and things like that. And you know, when I moved here to Michigan, found out that Kevin VanDam was from the state of Michigan. So, you know, sort of reached out to him, found out he was a Lions fan, and next thing you know, we're going on the lake together.
The host of the Bassmasters TV show and his very own Zona's Awesome Fishing Show, Mark Zona, reveals his favorite football team, his increasing fondness for the Detroit Lions, and his busy schedule.
In all honesty, what can you say about having this charity event with the Lions? Granted, I am the biggest Bears fan on earth, but here's the one thing I know about my buddy that's putting this tournament on, Kevin VanDam. He is the most dedicated, religious Detroit Lions fan that I know, and I know a lot of fans of the team. But I give, as far as a great event for both parties, for the Lions and the fishermen that are coming out, you can't beat it. And here's the interesting thing is, we're right in between Bassmaster Elite Series events, and I told Jerry McKinnis, who's here, our boss, I said, hey, why not go work another tournament? You know what I mean? But it's for a great cause. And in all honesty, I'm honored to have been asked to be here. I'm a little bit bigger Lions fan than I was yesterday.
Speaking of Jerry McKinnis,
Bass, B-A-S-S, is all about teaching people how to fish and growing our sport. And charities and events that include kids, youngsters, are a big part of us too. So when Kevin talked to us about coming up here and getting involved with his event, it was a no-brainer. This is going to be a very interesting deal. We have some good bass fishing captains that are going to be involved with the football players. You know, it's going to be fun to see how that all works out. And Kevin, of course, is well, he's the star of the Bass Tour without any question, and so it's great to be involved with him. It's great to be up in this beautiful area, and I know we're going to have a fun day.
Okay, Jerry mentioned captains. Here's how this tournament worked. The boat captains provided a boat and guided one of the Detroit Lions plus an angler or two who either paid to fish with the Lions, won a spot through a contest, or got a sponsor to pay for the opportunity to fish with a Lion player. Also, there were a few teams that paid to fish as a team of 3 but didn't have a pro captain or a Lions player on the boat. The captains consisted of some pros from the Bass Elite Series, a Bassmaster TV host, and regional tournament pros, which included some members of GreatLakesBass.com. The tournament was 4 hours long. Each team was allowed to weigh in 5 bass, either largemouth or smallmouth bass or a combination of both. The captains were allowed to fish, but their catch couldn't be added to the team's weight. That rule led to this moment.
Put together what we have raw fishing, which is a pro angler.
Elite Series pro Tim Horton made an extreme effort to participate in this tournament.
We finished up Sunday evening in Toledo Bend in Manny, Louisiana, and hit the road a little bit Sunday night, got some time behind me, and before I got too tired, and got up yesterday and finished the drive. So it was it's quite an adventure, but hey, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a fun event today. Yeah, you know, Kevin called me back, I guess, around February or so, and told me his plans for this and told me what I thought about it. Kevin knows what a sports fan I am, and you know, I was just commending him for taking the effort. I know these events take a lot of time and energy and effort to put on, and we looked at the schedule, and we seen the Toledo Bend deal, and we knew if we made the cut on Sunday it'd be tough, but I said, hey, I think we can do it. And so I told him I was in, and here we are, getting ready to get started.
Hopes were high as the tournament got underway.
Once again, welcome to the Detroit Lions Kevin VanDam Charity Fishing Tournament. Here we go, going out in number 1 position, CBTS, Evans by 7. There's a Bassmaster Elite Series. Detroit Lions 3, they said they don't need as many.
Don't need luck, this is all skill. Fish on.
Next up, section 1. This is with number 98, defensive tackle, Nick Farley. VanDam, and I think there's going to be a struggle to see the captain. It's Jerry McKinnis with his partner. Number 1 in your heart, welcome Team Harbor Light. Next up, Team 15. Yeah. Come on.
Some teams struggled to catch keepers, some had trouble with their equipment. Some teams were able to put some fish in a live well and take them to the weigh-in. The one thing that everybody agreed on is everybody had a good time, especially since it was for good cause.
For me, you know, this thing, you know, helping out the kids, and it's really benefiting a lot of kids' charities, you know, and for me that's a big deal. You know, growing up, you know, I'm living my dream right now, and you know, I've got the opportunity to fish for a living, which I can't ask for anything better. You know, it's been my dream since I was a young kid, so it'll be great to really help out these charities that help out these kids too, and hopefully, you know, someday with the money that we raise here for this, these kids will be able to live their dream and do what they want to do.
That's just part of, I think, what's important when you can influence and maybe make a difference. And I enjoy doing it. We have a program we do at home called Fishing for Kids that this is our 14th year that we've been doing. And events like this are really what it's about when you've made it and be able to give back. And Kevin is as influential as they come in our sport. And what a venue to have here, you know, with the NFL and the Detroit Lions organization to help raise awareness about fishing and conservation and also give back to the community.
After the dust had settled, a GreatLakesBass.com member had guided his team to victory. Fish Stick, also known as Jeff Elliott, showed his team where and how to catch over 14 pounds of bass, which was enough to take the title. He also did a great job writing about it on the GreatLakesBass.com forum. Do a little search and you'll find it. The event raised quite a bit of money from entries, a live auction, and a silent auction. There was great food provided and a good deal of camaraderie between all of the participants. If you want to enjoy a day of fishing with Bass Pros, Fishing Show hosts, and Detroit Lions next year, look for info on GreatLakesBass.com and get ready to sign up early. You will have a good time.
I'm fishing with Willie Young. Willie Young. I've not met Willie Young, but I've seen a picture of Willie Young. He has a physique somewhat like mine. A little bit, I'd say a little bit more impressive, but welcome to the gun show. Willie's a big kid. So here's what I'll say is I will curtail my critiques until I'm out of his sight. The Lions are badass. Don't tell anybody I said that, but they're really good. And there's a part of me that dreads playing them now every year, where it used to be, you know, it's my Sunday to sit back and watch the Bears defense crush. That's not the case anymore.